Hello everybody, welcome back once again. We are playing Triangle Strategy. I'm going to save my game here and we will get into the next chapter.
At the end of the battle against House Wolfford, Lord Silvio of Tellior leaves the field defeated. The victors, however, do not go by unscathed, repeated battles taking their toll on the soldiers. All goes according to Gustadolf's plan to weaken both houses. Landroy Falks, Lord of the Third of Glenbrook's High Houses, faces off against General of Laura.
Right, looks like we've got a side story here. Before I do that though, I'm going to go to the encampment. Now that we've got another character that's able to be upgraded. Yeah, still no new mental mock battles. Alright, nothing new there. Alright, so looks like... Let's just see here. Definitely not going to upgrade Roland. I don't think I'm going to upgrade Frederica either. Gila. Not her. So, Rudolph would be good, but I think I'm going to go Eredor instead. What is his... Oh, okay, physical counter next level, yeah, so... basically what I'm doing here, or how I'm making my decision in terms of upgrades, is looking at the abilities that are coming up and whether or not I think that, well, yeah, it's kind of prioritizing them. Rudolph and Eredor are definitely the top candidates right now, but I think I'm going to give Eredor the edge. I do like Slumber Shot, but yeah, because I think that's just a little bit better in some ways than Steel Trap, but yeah, I think because Steel Trap, sometimes it can be difficult to predict where the enemies are going to go. But yeah, I think I'm going to go Eredor here and go for that. Really looking towards that physical counter. That's going to really really make him better. Also, we've got a weapon upgrade material, that's Spider Silk, so let's take a look at... So, okay, wait. Oh, leather, that's right, I forgot about the leather. That was something that we got during one of the previous exploration phases. Alright, so... This is... Huet can use the Spider Silk. Same with Rudolph. Archibald as well. Groma can use leather. I guess Lionel is leather as well. So I think in terms of weapon upgrades and for the leather, I think Frederica is the best candidate. I think so. For instance, where did Lionel go? So I can't remember. So obviously he's got luck, HP, and then attack. I can't remember though what his option is here. Like if it's like his tempt is reduced in cost or something like that. I can't remember. I probably should have saved and then tested that. And then Groma, I'll be honest, I don't really use Groma a whole lot, so I don't even really remember what she's got here for her upgrades. She does have a speed increase though, so that's probably top priority when I do actually unlock that. And then as far as the Spider Silk, I probably should go Huet. She's got this accuracy increase, which is pretty good. And then it looks like, what is this? This is probably like the Immobilize. Maybe that's like cost reduction or something. And then I'm not sure here with Blind. That might be like increased success rate or something like that. And then, so Rudolph has a speed increase, which is pretty good. Luck increase, which is pretty meh. You know, strength increase, which is good because that's gonna, you know, up his damage a bit. And then let's see here, Archibald, accuracy. He's gonna get a movement increase. That's actually really nice because his movement is really bad. But I think top priority here is actually going to be Huette. So let's get her upgraded. And then let me see here. Increases the effect duration of Blind Arrow by 1 turn. And then increases the effect duration of Shadow Stitching Arrow by 1 turn. I'm going to increase that blind, I think. Increase your critical hit rate against enemies with 50% or less HP. That's pretty good too. Now let's do this. Accuracy. Alright, and that's all we can do. Oh, did I? Yeah, here we go. Alright, so Frederica gets increases damage dealt by Scorch or Blazing Chains. Grants 1 TP when you defeat an enemy. I think this is probably top priority because she has TP issues. Here's magic. Yeah, let's do damage by Scorch. I actually don't know which one to prioritize here, weapon damage or the magic up. Probably magic up, because actually I don't think... Yeah, because this is only going to affect her, like, her book damage, right? Like, when you're actually using a physical attack, which is pretty lame, so let's do the magic up. Alright, and that's it for upgrades at this point. Let's leave the encampment and see this side story here at the Norzalian Mountains base. Defeated by Serenoa, Silvio desperately tries to flee.
I must survive. Somehow, I must survive. Ah!
Escaping all on your own, I see.
Rufus, what are you doing here?
I came to collect my reward.
Reward? Since when were losers ever rewarded?
I remember our deal differently.
As do I. I was promised an invincible executioner. You are nothing but a fraud, a sheep in wolf's clothing. What's so funny?
I have a new deal for you. Pay me what I'm owed or die.
I cannot give you what I do not possess. But if you kill me now, you will have lost to Wolffort with nothing to show for it.
Go on.
If you let me live, on the other hand, I will find the coin to pay you. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Fine. But if I don't get that money, consider your life forfeit.
Right. Yeah, no other side stories, so let's get this main story done here. The Osfrosti army arrives in Falks to deal with the ever-defiant Landroy.
Far too much blood has been spilled.
I know how loyal you were to the late King Regna. We may be enemies, but you still have my respect. I would invite you to join our ranks.
You would dishonor me so.
I prefer it to your death.
Save your pity for someone who needs it. Your master will never have our loyalty, even if it means the end of the 3 high houses. Your Majesty, I serve you even in death.
His plot foiled and bested in battle by House Wolford, Silvio Tellior flees, leaving everything behind. House Falks fights valiantly, but ultimately loses to General Avlora's army, and joins their late king in death. Of Glenbrook's 3 high houses, Wolfort, Tellior, and Falks, 2 are felled by the Iron Hammer of Esfrost. House Wolfort now stands alone, in more peril than ever.
So, 2 of Glenbrook's 3 high houses have fallen. Esfrost's invasion took me by surprise at first, but this is quite the interesting turn.
Now Wolfort stands alone, having lost both the crown and its allies. There is no better time for us to act.
Then let us set the trap, brimming with bait enough to lure them in and keep them there.
As you command. The famed High House of the Saltiron War will soon be under your thumb, my lord. Having control of their land will make our deliveries that much easier.
Indeed, and House End will prosper more than ever. Brute strength is not the only path to victory. A truly wise man can win without ever drawing his sword.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly. There are, regrettably, none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolfort in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get. Let us accept his proposal. We can deal with whatever ulterior motives he may have once we are back on our feet.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
Okay, let's see. We've got a side story here in Whiteholm Castle. It says, Avlora reports into Gustadolf, who muses on his next move.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falk's domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroy a formidable foe, despite his age.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields. 30 years have passed since the Saltiron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era. Avlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer and their morale may suffer for it.
But what of House Wolfort? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
There are no lords left worth worrying about.
House Wolford stands alone after Roland's uprising.
Even so, we would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolford is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. Or do you believe you understand something that I do not, General?
No. Forgive me, Your Grace.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
I wish to leave the Wolford domain.
And you want me to persuade Lord Serenoa?
Yes. Though I doubt he will welcome the conversation after the Scales have spoken. But the people are tired. Their expressions grim. This castle is no different.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
And I would hear it.
Give me that ring.
But this is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people.
Hey, boss, come take a look at this.
The poor soul. Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
Shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland!
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt, this is Prince Roland.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalas, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the Kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolford are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolford any longer.
a shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend. Oh, Roland.
All right, that is going to be the end of this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.